Oh,
Oh,
wait,
got
no,
up?
it's still, okay, it says I'm live now.
Okay, okay, we're going. There it goes. We got that notification.
All
So
right.
now we're going to go in there.
Oh, there's a chat now.
Oh, you see it?
You see, now it's working like it should. Okay?
Now it's working like it should.
Yeah, now I see the chat in the screen like I've been wanting to do since day one. All right, finally. Finally,
There's 1 second delay.
finally this shit's working.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a second delay or something. Let's see.
Okay, well, I'm glad we got it working.
Yeah, me
We're
too.
going to hang up on our phone so we don't have the delay. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, man. We'll be watching.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, later, man.
All
Or
right.
not later, we're watching.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, sorry guys. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to computers and shit, so thank you for bearing with me. But I finally got the damn thing to actually show me the chat on the side of the screen, so that's good. I'm just putting my hands on. I think I got them on the right way. I don't know, I can't see them. Okay. I'm just gonna dive right in and just read the comments, I guess. Let's see. Move this over here somewhere I can see. Okay, I'll just read the comments. Let's see. Hey, Bo Mitchell. Hey. What else? Is that a vintage fan in the background? Yep. Right up there. That's that Westinghouse Big Twin that's up there. Why is this thing delaying? Fuck, it's almost like a minute delay. Like what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing like a minute delay on the other screen. So as I adjust this, I gotta wait a whole minute to see if it looks right on the other screen. That's just great. All right, fuck it, let's just get on with it. All right, anyone has questions? I'll just answer questions if anyone has any. I'll try to answer them the best of my knowledge. Let's see. Is the chat still working or did it stop? What makes you a furry? I really don't know. I guess if this is the hobby that you like, then I guess that's what makes you one. Still working. Or I guess for the more common answer, if you like anthropomorphic animals like Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse and whatnot, you know, that's pretty much what makes you a furry, really. There is a lot of delay. Fuck, I hate that. Guess eventually it's gonna work, right? Welcome back. Thanks, Frostbite. Yeah. I somewhat got it figured out. So hopefully when I do more future streams, hopefully I'll be a little more better at it. Unlike tonight. But it's delaying. I don't know why. I guess that's typical for this. The weather over here is in the 50s. I mean, yesterday it was in the 40s, but now it's in the 50s again. It doesn't get really cold down here where I live at. Hello, Blue Thunder Boom. Nice to see you on here. And hello to everyone else. Sorry if I didn't say your names, but yeah, I'm happy you're here also. Let's see if I can get this thing where I can do the rest of it. There we go. Now I can see the whole chat. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, down in Mississippi where I live at, it doesn't really get, all that cold compared to with how it is up north. I mean, cold over here is like the 40s, okay? And that's pretty much it. To be honest with you, I mean, even though it doesn't snow here, I'm kind of glad that it doesn't because every time it snows here, something bad always happens, like a future October or something. So usually when it doesn't snow down here, I take that as a good thing. Oh, you're in Canada, okay. All right, Texas, yeah, okay, yeah, same thing as over here. Was that 20, Harley, or is that minus 20? It is kind of cold in my room, so the fursuit is definitely keeping me warm right now. I don't have the heater on because obviously, why would I need the heater on when I'm about to put this on? So, this, so that's why most fur cons that are in the wintertime is pretty much the best ones to go to because of the winter. You're not really you know dying because of the heat or whatever. But yeah. If anyone has questions or whatever, bring them up because I'm just playing this by ear. I mean, I kind of jumped on here without any plan or nothing or anything written, so you know, we're just going from there, have a conversation or so, try it that way. Yep. Good evening, Sharky. How you doing? My favorite season is springtime. It's like one of those it's the temperature where it's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's pretty much just right. That's good, Sparky. It's good. Accomplishing things is a good thing because I've been trying to accomplish this shit for about an hour or so until I finally got it. I mean, Harley Badger and Spats called me because they knew that I was having technical difficulties here. So, I mean, I have them to thank because for some reason, when they were on the phone, this thing just started to work right out of nowhere. So, not really sure why, but it is what it is. Is my computer plugged in? Well, I hope it is. I mean, why else? Why it wouldn't be running otherwise? I'll talk about something. Does anyone plan to keep their New Year's resolution? I'd never seem to keep mine, but does anyone usually keep theirs when they have a New Year's resolution? We gotta try to get some kind of conversation started here. No, yeah, same here. All right, let's bring this down a little bit, just a tiny bit. That way you can probably see the rest of me, I guess, or some of me. Now I gotta wait 1 minute before I could see it on a bigger screen where I could see what I'm doing. Wait for it. There we go. Now I'm starting to see it. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a lot better. You can see, the rest of me now. It'd be kind of a waste to put all this on for nothing if you're not going to be able to see it. Yeah, you can see the fluff. So can I. Now I can. Yes, I am very fluffy. I'm proud of that too. I do apologize if this stream is kind of boring. I mean, this is my first time actually doing one that's actually successful. So, what was my favorite activity? Well, the activity that I really enjoy doing is, first shooting at fur cons, but that's very rare that happens. So I guess my favorite activity is just going to classic car shows with my Studebaker. Yeah. I have no, yeah, it is kind of a chill stream. It'd probably be a little bit too chill because I don't have no music in the background or anything like that. Because for one thing, I don't know if there was going to be copyright strikes or not. So I guess when you're kind of winging it with YouTube, I guess don't put any music at all. That way you don't have to worry about getting a copyright strike. Do I pet myself? No. Yeah, I agree, Sharky, because I see a lot of streams and the questions just, go all the way up to the point, like they stroll all the way up so fast to where you can't even see and you can't even read what everyone is saying because it just constantly goes and goes and goes. But yeah. Any plans for Christmas? Not, I guess, just looking at Christmas lights, I guess. Other than that, I really don't have no other plans for Christmas, really. Hi and hello. CP Wolf, you got a very unusual username. Hashtag Spatspear blocked my Twitter account. Well, actually, Spatspear is not even on Twitter, just so you know. I lick you lots and bump nose. Okay. Live furries chat. Husky lovers, gay furry pride. I lick you lots. Okay. All right. Yeah, this suit that I have is actually 11 years old. It made it to be 11 years old this past November. Yeah, I've been around for quite some time. I can't see it, but how many people are actually watching right now? Do you have a boyfriend? No. I'm also heterosexual, so that'll never happen. 17 are watching. Okay, not bad. 17, 18, not bad at all, for the first one. Yep, I am one of those straight furries. A very rare breed indeed. Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know how many are watching. What I was gonna plan to do for the next stream when I do that is I'm gonna actually write something down on something that I want to talk about. That way I'm just not just, you know, thrown here on the spot, clueless on what to say and whatnot. Nope, not really all that common at all. So I guess if you're gay, if you can't find a boyfriend in the Phantom, you got a problem. Yep, that's very common. I just felt, okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, if anyone's new here, I mean, you can go and subscribe because I plan to do these often. Um, Hopefully, I get a lot better with them as I do them. Like I said, when I do future live streams like this, I'll actually have a topic, on hand on what to talk about, and then go from there. This stream right here tonight is basically a test stream. I would have did this earlier, but I just got over a cold, so now that I'm feeling better, I decided to try this. Nice. Upgrading your forehead. Nice. And thanks, Frostbite. I appreciate that. There's that table fan in the background and the mirror also. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a 1945 16-inch Emerson table fan that I have back there. I use that fan to blow air towards the side of my room because my ceiling fan is way back there over my bed. So I got that additional fan on the dresser to blow air towards this way. I mean, I wanted to put another ceiling fan up here. I was trying to find another Fasco parlor just like that one. That way it matches and put it up there. But I haven't been finding any on eBay. So when I find one, I will install one, right up here, right above my head, and have two of them. But as of now, I just have that one, and I just got the table fan to blow air over here where I'm at the time being. No, I don't have donations set up. I really don't take donations. I don't have a Patreon or anything like that, you know. And to be quite honest with you, this is just a test stream. So why would you pay for this shit? This is just, me just getting started. Yes, CP, hashtag Spats, Bear, block my Twitter. I'll subscribe to you, later on when I'm not wearing, the hand paws because I'm very limited to what I can do with these when it comes to keyboards. Yep, a good bit of the fans that I have are vintage. I got that one right there. I haven't used it since I made a video of it, but I have that just in case. A lot of the fans that I have, I really don't use. I kind of, keep them to collect them. But some of them I actually use, and sometimes I take them and straighten them out. Oh, not straighten them out. Trade them out. And put a different one in there. But as of now, I just been using the Emerson one over there. I'm sorry if I'm pointing at the wrong thing because I just realized, that the screen behind me is mirrored. So if I'm pointing at something and it's looking like I'm pointing the other way, I do apologize. Because on one screen, it's regular where I can see it, and the other screen is mirrored. So sometimes it confuses me. So if I'm pointing at the wrong thing, I do apologize. The brand matches me. Well, that's where I got the name. That's where I got the name Emerson from. Actually, I got my character is based off of my 1965 Emerson roll around fan because the handle is chrome, which is the color of the goggles, and it's brown, the blades, which is this, and the tan, which is this, and the white, which is the grills. And of course, the blue in the eyes is the blue inside the badge in the middle of the grill. So that's where I got, the name Emerson from. And, my parents, when I was real young, we had a collie as a pet, and I kind of liked that dog, and I kind of put them all together, and yeah, wasn't much into it. I mean, not a whole lot was thrown into this character. I mean, I just put the name and the colors and all. I mean, the colors are a little different than what the fan looks like, obviously, but it's similar. And of course, to get the actual markings, is what I did. Is I took the markings of a tricolor collie and a rough sable collie and put them together, and that's how I got the unique look. That's why you don't see too many of them like this out there. So that's the story on that. Thanks. And I'm just reading some comments and see which ones I can answer. When next Anthron comes, I'm bringing Top Club one bars. What the hell's that? But a vintage Sanyo fan, if it rattles, what usually does that is if anything is loose on it, like the set screw the set screw cap that holds the blade onto the motor, or the cages, like they're not secured properly. That's usually what makes noise with those. But it's a real easy fix. Yeah, a good bit of the fans that I have frostbite, I have fixed them. I mean, some of them I haven't really touched because I kind of want to save that for when I do videos now. I haven't really been doing, too much of that at all because I kind of save those for videos. But I haven't been doing much videos of that either, so I really got to get on to that as well. Lots of things come up and lots of things get in the way. But that's what I plan to do. I plan to actually, restore the fans that I have and put them on video as I do them, step by step. But life gets in the way sometimes, so. And to be honest with you, I spend most of my time watching YouTube than I do making YouTube videos. I mean, I do get pointers here and there on what to do. I mean, it kind of gave me the idea on to go live, because I could actually just wing it, as someone, brings up a question and whatnot, and I'll go from there. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh my God, I'm horrible at this shit. Sorry, guys. But Sometimes I got a memory like a goldfish. Very nice. How to keep the brass shining without having to polish them? Well, some actually use like a oil-based type of polish on it to begin with. That way, it doesn't tarnish as fast. I mean, that's the only pointers I could really point out to you. Just find some kind of oil-based polish to put on the blades to keep the brass shiny. Because if you just polish them and just not put anything over, eventually it'll start to tarnish over time. But what I do is I get like a oil-based type of polish and put on the blades after you shine them up, and that should do the trick for you. A church had Fasco ceiling fans, but now there's Hunters. Yep. I guess probably the reason why they replaced the Fascos is because they uh they didn't know that you could replace the bearings and those stack motors that they have in them. Because sometimes, like a lot of Fasco fans from the '80s, after a while they would make that ticking sound as it runs. And the secret to getting rid of the ticking sound is to just turn your fan in reverse and let it run in reverse for a little while. And I'll get rid of because all the grease is going on one side inside the bearing, and that's why it makes that ticking sound. It's like a bearing, hitting the other bearing. All you do is just put it in reverse and just let it just rotate the other way. But some people don't think about that. They just think, okay, the fan's going out, let's replace them. It's kind of sad, really, because those fans have a lot of potential. You just do that and it's fixed. Or if it needs new bearings, it's real easy to put it in. I mean, you can get bearings for those Fasco fans from any auto parts store. For any because it's pretty much the same bearing as on that they use in some alternators on automobiles. So it's real easy to get them. I mean, it's not difficult to find them. Hey there, Spats Bear. Well, Blue Thunder Boom, it's I got more than just one favorite because each brand has its own unique feature about them. So I can't really just pick one. I mean, I do like General Electric and older Whirlpool appliances, older ones like from the early '80s all the way into the '70s. Um, and yes, I can't just narrow it down to one. There's like quite a few of them that I like out there. They wobbled and they made the ticking noise you were talking about. Yeah, because most places like churches that have really tall ceilings, most usually just install the ceiling fans and control the fan by a wall switch. So they don't really go up there and actually turn it in reverse, to let it run in reverse to let the grease and the bearings go the opposite way. Now the wobbling, that could be caused, just by either either a warped blade or some punk ass kid threw something in the fan while it was running and wound up bending the blade, and that's what throws it off balance. But Fastco fans, like the older ones, they were just like Hunter originals from back then. They came from the factory balanced. In fact, Fastco's blades, the brackets were already installed onto the blades in the box, straight from the factory. So all you really had to do was just put them on the flywheel, and that was it. You were good to go. But you don't see that anymore. And then again, you don't see Fastco anymore because I think they closed shop. Uh, I think sometime in either 2000 or 2001. I can't remember, but I know that they closed shop around that time. I think it was I think Lasco bought them out, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong, but I think Lasco has bought them out. Wait, they were running the fans on a light dimmer? That's not good. I'm pretty sure that made a hell of a lot of noise. Hello. Yep. The older Whirlpool direct drive will, oh yeah. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Love your YouTube videos. Thanks. I love you. Love is a strong word, my man, but thank you. I love Pad Power, yeah. Pad Power. Screen 5. I'm not sad at all, Tony. This is my first successful stream. I'm just kind of playing it by ear and kind of going by questions as I get them. But I promise you guys for the next stream, I will have a topic to talk about, and it would be a lot more better than this. So I mean, it would move on. It wouldn't just be like a bunch of downtime like I'm doing right now. Like I said, it's the first stream that was successful, and I'm still trying to feel it out, and then I know what to expect for the next one on what I need to do and whatnot. And I'm actually gonna have like quite a few things to talk about, not just one. I'll kind of have like a little list on the side. That way, when I'm out of things to talk about, I'll just remember what I wrote down and go from there. But this stream is just, it's basically just a starter stream, really, because it's my first one that was successful. So, like I said, I do apologize. That it's kind of boring. I will admit, but I promise that the next one will be a lot better. How long have we been on? I don't see a timer. Just been full power VHS at Anthropon. What? How was your studio break? It's just fine. I drove it the other day. I got it right outside of the carport. Usually the best time for me to drive it is when it's cool like this. I love old Toyotas. I don't know too much about figures though. I like old Toyotas too. In fact, I like a bunch of Toyotas. Yeah, I know frostbite, but I was just curious to see how long I've been on. All right, Mike. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the Studebaker Wagoneer was definitely an interesting one. As a matter of fact, I think it was I think it was the Chevy Avalanche that got that idea, from Studebaker. And I think even I think one of the the engineers that designed the Avalanche to have the one where it switches up and whatnot. They were asking Studebaker, "Wow, what's the purpose of?" I can't think of what I'm trying to say. They were having trouble with it leaking, and they want to know what the fix was. And one of the engineers from Studebaker was saying, "We didn't. Unfortunately, that was the only problem. They leaked also." Of course, I don't know how true that is, but I read that somewhere. I probably didn't word it right either, but please forgive me. Yes, I still have my camper. It's outside also. Disney Tailspin full pilot UHS in Western hotel room at Anticon 2009. My laptop, PI, top, and PCR. You gonna bring all that shit to Anticon? Seriously? Never heard of that. There's some of these questions I'm not really sure how to answer because I don't have an answer for it. Boop, huh? Dodge Nitro, what's your thoughts on them? Well, I haven't really driven one, so I'm not really sure. I know it's like, I know that it's the same as the Jeep Journey, but as far as me actually knowing how they are, I never really driven one, so I really don't have an answer. Can bring 24-inch oak fans at the contract. Yeah, I always bring that. I think you already told me that, CP Wolf. CP Wolf Plus hashtag Spets Bear blocked my Twitter account. Like I said, man, he's not on Twitter. So, boat propeller for truck. Yeah, I don't think nitros or I think nitros and journeys are either front wheel drive or all wheel drive, but their base model I think or front wheel drive. I think. Like I said, I don't know too much about them, so I really don't have an opinion on them. But I mean, I guess they're good. Anything is good as long as you take care of it. It was at the tailgate of the truck. Oh yeah, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. It did. It definitely looked like that when it was blowing in the wind in the back of Spats Bear's truck right there. It was the Jeep version. The Jeep version is the Journey. The Dodge version is the Nitro. Yeah. Yep, I do too. Blue Thunder Boom. So you, Mike, Holly, my dad, watching the full power tailspin, and Sony. My car just get. Well, my daily driver Sharky is also a 2001. So it still has a tape player and it's got a six no it's got a 10 disc CD changer. No, it's a 6 disc CD change. I'm sorry. Yeah, been a while since I used the CD player in my vehicle. Vehicle I have is the 2001 Ford Expedition, and it runs and drives really good. It's pointed that Ford stopped making their fans because of their trucks. Oh, yeah, sales. Well, that's just like any other business. If they're not selling a product, they'll just discontinue it. Unfortunately, They only in it. If they're gonna sell it, I mean, it would be kind of pointless to build a bunch of things and nobody will buy them. But that's what companies do. Soft eject. Yeah, I agree. Well, a good bit of the cars that I had were Ford, and each one I had, has been very good. All right, Harley, you have a good night, okay? And thanks again for helping me, trying to set this up. I appreciate it. Take care, buddy. Yeah, I noticed that too, Will. I mean, I was a mechanic for well over 20 years. Most of the Ford haters I dealt with, a lot of them didn't even know how to read and write. I mean, many of them I had to read instruction manuals to them. So, and a good bit of them only knew how to work on 350 Chevrolet engines only. So yeah, I I don't even pay attention to the haters. I mean, they're gonna like and believe what they want anyways. So I don't even waste time with that bullshit. They're idiots, and most of them only have a third grade education. So fuck them. Yep. How is your Mustang running right now, Will Butter? I know that you were having. I know you had one episode with it, where it was overheating. Did you solve it? Because I didn't see any update videos on. I was wondering if you, uh, if you found out what was wrong with it, or maybe you have. I mean, I probably must have missed it. That's cool, Frostbite. No problem. I appreciate that too. Trying to fix that a little bit. Nice. Very nice, Sharky. Thanks, Christy. And nice to see you on here too. It's the first successful live stream I'm doing. And I know it's not much right now, but I do promise that the next one that I do will I'll have, some topics to talk about. That way I won't have a lot of dead time like I'm doing now. But this is my first successful one. So, and I plan to do more of these. So, as I do more of them, I'll get better at it. So, yeah, things have been going pretty good for me. I have no complaints really. I mean, I got some, but that's just life. You know, I mean, for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. So, AOL, jeez, I haven't saw that in a while. I mean, for as long as I used the computer, I never used AOL at all. Welcome. You got mail. No thanks. Hope you saw my last comment. I don't think I have. I can't really use the mouse because of my hand. My hand paws kind of slip. But do you mind repeating that, Will? I apologize. If it was a long comment, I apologize for that. I've had AOL growing up, but it sucked on price. Yeah. When I she's yeah. All right. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, changing out a thermostat on a 5.0 liter, especially an old one like that, it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. And tune-ups are pretty easy too. One thing I like about the Ford engines from then is they got the distributor in the front of you, not in the back of the engine, so you can get to it a lot easier also. But yeah, it's not bad at all. And I do like the early 80s Mustangs, just like I like the early 80s Dodge um, Daytonas and Plymouth, no, not Plymouth, Chrysler Lasers from 1985. They look almost identical because it was from the same designer, the same engineer, I think. Cash me outside. Okay. I was your first you crush. I'm not really all that popular out there, but thanks. Appreciate that. Nice to know. All right. Nice. This is an old suit too. It's 11 years old. This thing that I did with the ears, that was kind of a mess up on my part because the first Anthicon I had a radio I was walking around with, and the antenna got stuck on one of the ears. And when I pulled it, it pulled some of the fake fur out of the ear, and it didn't look right. So I tried to fix it up, and adjust it, and that didn't work either. So I wound up just, shaving it, you know, to make it, look to make it match the other one. Then I just brought it all the way down to where it's just, smooth on the ears only. But guess it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I may have them redone later, but I'm also thinking about getting a Emerson Collie version 2 suit. I have two other suits that are already commissioned. That I'll probably get, in a little while. One is a Mantle Kit character from Fur It Up, and the other one is a Coyote character um, from One for All. So I've been waiting on those for a good while. This coming December will be 2 years. I'm waiting on the One for All one, and it's been a few months for the Mantle Kit one. So I got two different suits on the way, and you'll definitely see them here because I plan to do unboxing videos on them when I get them. And of course, I'm at the get a version 2 of Emerson because he's getting old. He's like 11 years old already. But that's just story on that. Yeah, well, that'll definitely wake it up with all that, especially all that smog bullshit. That should never work right. All it does is make noise. I never saw the point in smog pumps. You did all those upgrades and that's what killed your transmission. What transmission did you have? You have an automatic transmission? I mean, if you had, a 5-speed top loader, I mean, it shouldn't hurt that. Yeah, well, you're right about that. That's exactly what it did. Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of automatic transmissions. So I guess if you're gonna, do any kind of modifying, to a vehicle, especially a Mustang, with it being a Mustang, of course, a 5-speed manual is definitely a must because to me, a sports car is not a real sports car unless it's got a manual transmission in it. You have a lot more fun with a manual transmission. Well, Luke, I can answer that question by the fact that it's cold over here and I don't have the heater on. So the suit is keeping me kind of, warm. But I don't have the heater on in my room on purpose, simply because I'm wearing this. Now, if I'd had the heater on, I'd be dying in this thing right now. But just the fact that it's keeping me warm, it's not all that bad. That's why I say first suiting is best when you're doing it during the wintertime. Yeah, I remember you gave your Mustang a name, Katie. Nice name. It had 160 miles, and I can't drive a manual. Well, manuals are pretty easy to drive. I mean, it's not that complicated. It's not rocket science. I mean, once you drove it a couple of times and you get it down pat, it's pretty easy. Yeah. The one way to destroy a clutch is if you're constantly dragging a clutch. That's what destroys it. Basically, when you're in first gear, as soon as the vehicle starts to move, then you can let the clutch out all the way. You don't have to hold the clutch and drag because that's what destroys clutches like that. And then of course you don't really need the clutch all that much when you're just going from first to second. Sometimes you could float the gears in because I used to do that with my with the Ford Ranger I had before Hurricane Katrina. I would start off in first with the clutch, and then I wouldn't need the clutch anymore. I would kind of like float the gears into second, and then third, and so on. Because I knew when to shift it. You just make sure that you have the right speed to do it, and make sure the RPMs are happy, and then shift it right in. I mean, sometimes I use clutch for all gears, but you really don't need to, you know, let it out slow when you do the other gears. You just shift it and then let the clutch out all the way. Just when you start off in first, that's when you let it out real slow to the point where it's starting to move, and once it's moving, then you can let it out all the way. So it's real easy. I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's easy. Yeah, that's what I used to do all the time. There, Will. I used to do that, with the truck that I had, the full range I had. When it was the manual. I was constantly, changing tires on the changing rear tires. So I was constantly doing burnouts. I mean, I still do it every now and then, but I don't do it nearly as much like I used to because that was the days when I was young and stupid. But sometimes, every now and then, when I get a wild hair up my ass, I'll do a burnout, even though I'm 42. Every now and then, I light the tires up in my expedition. Sometimes. Actually, Will, neutral drops are pretty bad. I don't recommend them. Some people do it. I mean, I had a friend that used to do that all the time with his Mitsubishi pickup truck, but you know, I don't recommend doing neutral drops with automatics. I mean, many people do it, but I don't recommend it. I mean, the Ford Expedition that I have, it's got a 5.4 liter V8, and it's an automatic, because that's all what they came with. But I don't have to, neutral drop it or nothing. I could just simply just, you know, pump the brake pedal and hold it, and then, just step on the gas, and it'll do a burnout right there. I don't even have to throw water on the ground. Now, I'm sure if it was an Expedition with a 4.6, which is a smaller engine, then you might have to put some water on the ground to get the tires going. But with mine out there, I could just do it, right on drive pavement. Now, like I said, Will, I mean, most people do that, but I don't recommend it with automatics. The old saying goes, if it's not a if it's not if it's not a manual, don't drive it like one, as the old saying goes. Yeah, the 2.34 cylinder was pretty good. That's what was in the Ranger that I had. It was a 93 Ranger that I had before Hurricane Katrina. It had a 2.3. I put a um I put a 40 series Flowmaster on it. I just had like the two pipes stick out in front of the left rear tire. It was loud too. It actually sounded pretty good. I was actually impressed. Yep, Sharky, that's what you're supposed to do with automatics. I don't, like I said, I don't recommend anyone doing neutral drops with the automatic transmissions because you're just pretty much playing Russian roulette with your transmission. You don't know if it's, you're going to just, grenade it or whatever because you don't want to do that. And then you fuck up your transmission, then you have no way of getting home unless you call a wrecker or a flatbed or whatnot. But yeah, neutral drops with automatic transmissions, I do not recommend them because, like I said, if it's not a manual transmission, don't drive it like one. But at the end of the day, it's your car, and you can drive it any way you wish. But me personally, I don't recommend doing that with automatic transmissions. You have dual. Yes, I had 8 spark plugs total, 2 per cylinder. The last two on the driver's side was kind of a pain in the ass to get to because of the intake manifold. But yes, it had 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Well, Ford didn't really. It wasn't just Ford that did that. I think there was another brand that did that also. What somebody told me, it says it's supposed to run, like a V8 when it's over 55 miles an hour or some shit like that. I totally forgot the purpose of it having 8 spark plugs, like 2 spark plugs per cylinder. I totally forgot the purpose of it, but that's what they had. Now the Ford Pinto, it had the 2.3. I don't know if that particular engine had 8 spark plugs. No, it didn't. It only had one. But the ones from the ones that they put in the Ford Rangers, they had 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Actually, CP, the only Ford Pinto that was known for crashes is the one that was from 1971 when he first started coming out with them. That was the one. After that, they improved them. The one from 1980 was a Fox body, so it was a totally different ball of wax compared to what they were when they first came out. Also, the Mustang 2 was based on the Ford Pinto from the mid '70s, and it was a totally different platform. It was like I guess the early stages of the Fox body. Yep. Ford Pinto and Disney's Tailspin. No, they didn't have that. Tailspin is based from the 1930s. Also, my character, my collie character, is actually based just like what the anthropomorphic animals is on Tailspin. They were actually classified as people in that show. So none of them made animal noises. They just act like normal people, and that's kind of like what my character does. It just acts like a normal person, but it just looks like a collie. If anyone was ever wondering, what my character is based off of, as far as personality goes, it's just based off of what a character at Tailspin would be. They were classified as people, and they didn't make animal noises either. They didn't bark. They didn't make meow noises. Nothing. They just talked like regular people, just like what I'm doing now. And besides, I'll never make animal noises because that's as cringy as fuck. Thank you, Hexrex. Nice to see you on here. Yeah, Jacob. A lot of Mustang twos actually get bought just for their front ends. A lot of people that build hot rod cars, they for some reason they love the front ends of the Mustang twos. I mean, they got them out there. You can get one, that hasn't been touched or robbed of its front end. But most people usually get Mustang twos just to mainly take the front end off of them and put them on their other car because there's just something about a Mustang two front end that they like. Some people say that the Mustang two was a mistake, but actually, the Cobra version of them was actually pretty good. I mean, I guess it's just it's just based on taste, on what people like and what people don't like. But I mean, as the saying goes, anything with tits, tires, and propellers is going to always give you grief. So just got to keep that in mind. Have you seen this one YouTuber, the air conditioned guy? Yes, I have. Yep. PC Wolf, what the hell are you talking about? 2018 Blue looks at kid playing Fortnite on the Xbox. Very, yeah, you're definitely in a different time zone. Nice. Oh yeah, I have seen the air conditioning guy. He does have a lot of nice window units. Yeah, I did see his videos. So yeah, I have. Commodore 64 computer. Hmm. Haven't seen those in a while. That is the only type of social media I use. What, YouTube? Yeah, I actually did like my Windows 7 on my computer. It was very user friendly. What do you? So Emerson, what do you do to pay the bills? Excuse me. I'm retired, so I get retirement each month. But I was a diesel mechanic at a bus company. I did that all the way up until I had kidney failure and then cancer, and I was forced to retire. But sorry, my throat is a little dry. But yeah, I'm retired. So yeah, retired, and I'm 42. Yep. But I'm not married, and I don't have kids, so it's not bad at all. And no, I don't plan on getting married or having kids either. I live a beautiful life without a wife. I remember Christy, yeah. And you're doing fine now. I mean, you don't have that cancer anymore, I'm sure. And I'm glad you definitely defeated it also. But yeah, that was definitely a tough episode. Something I don't ever plan to repeat. Exactly, Sharky, exactly. Well, Will, I'll definitely keep you in my prayers. I'm sorry that she's going through that. I was on chemo for 6 months. That was that was pretty rough. So I understand her pain. Yeah, yeah, Christy, I wish you the best. I really do. I mean, I feel for you because me and you are pretty much in the same boat when it comes to health problems. It stopped me from doing the things that I like to do. I mean, I was forced to retire from being a mechanic, and I actually enjoyed doing mechanic work. I enjoy working on engines, but with an immune system only 33%, I have a high risk of getting hurt and could wind up in the hospital. And I don't want that because anything could happen after that point. So, what gave me the cancer, Jacob, was the first anti-rejection medicine they put me on. They put me on a medication called Myfortic, and that had a really bad side effect, and it gave me stage 3 lymphoma cancer. I never had my tonsils taken out when I was a kid, so my tonsils was badly infected, with the disease. So once they yanked that out of me, that took a good portion of the cancer out of me, which was good. And I just had to go on chemo for 6 months to get the rest of it out of me. But It was I didn't know I had cancer until I was coughing up all kinds of white shit out of my throat. I think there were tonsil stones, as they call it. It was like really bad. It was really nasty. And every time I started walking, every now and then, the bottoms of my feet felt like they were on fire. So yeah, that shit was not fun. And I am I am glad all that shit is over with, and I hope I never have to go through it again. And I'll be praying for you too, Christy, because I like this. I like to see you, still hanging in there, strong, and whatnot. Because I mean, you're a lot stronger than you think. Of course, I get the same thing, told to me. I'm a lot stronger than I think, which I believe is true. And the same thing goes for you. You definitely are a lot stronger than you think. If you can make it this far and you're still with us, yeah, yeah, you're definitely you're definitely strong, more than you know. Yeah, chemo did a lot of things to a lot of people there because one lady said that the chemo they were putting in her, was burning her, but it didn't burn me. It just made me really sleepy and tired, and it made me sick quite a few times. The first chemo that they gave me, it gave me two ulcers in my top intestines, and I almost bled to death. I didn't tell you about that one, but I had to get when they rushed me to the hospital on that one, they had to immediately give me 4 units of blood because of that. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So sometimes the chemo helps, and sometimes it helps you, but at the same time, it also hurts you too. Because I mean, they literally are putting poison in you, to help feed off the rest of the cancer. Yeah, I've heard of the game Fortnite. I never played it, but I heard of it. I use marijuana for nerve damage. Okay. Yeah, AMC made some really nice and unique muscle cars. I mean, they had um, I mean, some of them, used the Gremlin and made that into a muscle car because some Gremlin models actually came with a V8 engine. They didn't all have, the inline six cylinders. All right, next time if I see Star, I'll ask him to message you next time. I like AMC Pacer fishbowl car. Actually, that's a very unique design. It does look like a fishbowl, But what AMC was doing with that is they were trying to make a compact car that was very roomy inside. So it was like a small yet wide car. That was the ending results. And what they were trying to do is, because they were running short on money, they were trying to put a rotary engine that GM designed, and that was actually going to be a front wheel drive car originally, but they didn't have the money to invest in that, so they just shoehorned their inline six in that car, and they just kept it as a rear wheel drive car. Yeah, but yeah, the reason why the Pacer has that unique look is because AMC was trying to make a compact car, but yet make it very roomy inside. That's why it's a wide car. So it's basically short in wheelbase, but it was as wide as a full size car. But the good thing about okay, Will, the good thing about the AMC is the I'm losing my train of thought here. I apologize. But on some AMC on the AMC Pacer, you can a Ford 302 engine will bolt right up into it. Yeah, it was a very nice car. I mean, it had very. I think the only flaw with the AMC Pacer and the Gremlin is that it had very small ball joints. So sometimes when they would break, you would sometimes it would break if you accidentally hit a pothole with them. But I mean, if you know how to modify things, you could definitely go around that and put something that's a little bit more sturdier and stronger in there. But they definitely had a weak point in their upper ball joints, I think, and sometimes they would break. But other than that, a AMC Gremlin is kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like a Jeep that's just rear wheel drive, because they use the same uh, Dana 30 rear end as they would on a Jeep from that time. So yeah, it's very similar. And of course, when Chrysler took over, that 4.0 inline six was a AMC design. From what they used to put in the AMC Pacer and the Gremlin. Yep. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up now, because I think I've been here, long enough. After about a while, when I take the suit off and wash it and dry it and whatnot, I'm gonna rewatch the stream myself and see what my flaws were and what I can do to improve it, because I want to make the next one a lot better, and not have a lot of dead time. So this will definitely improve as I make more streams. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and end the stream now. And I do appreciate everyone coming on, and hopefully the next one will be better with a well thought out topic to post on. Like I said, this was pretty much just trying out the waters with it and whatnot. So I'll definitely get better with this. So until then, everyone have a good night and take care.